Hello everyone, my name is Jason, co-founder of Memo. Today I'm very excited to announce the new updates in our first release of the Finals Launch Week series, a series of updates that we're going to push out to Memo for this Finals Week. Today, Memo 5.1 brings two significantly big updates to Memo. Number one is our Copilot version 2 chat system, and number two is Find mode. So first of all, I'm going to first talk about the V2 Copilot chat. So when you click into a deck right now, what you'll see is that our right-hand panel, the adjustable panel, has both chat and PDF. So by default, it now sort of stays on the chat view, and you could always turn on and off this view. If you would want the chat to be on the left-hand panel, you could always do so by going into Settings and AI Chat Layout Position and turning on to the left-hand side. So going back to this chat panel is the most powerful feature that we have shipped. And essentially, you could think of it like Copilot, but for your learning resources. So we could always do the basics. So we could always, when you upload a deck, so here I've uploaded a A-level or I've uploaded an AP level biology textbook. And what I can do is I just press summarize this deck. So behind the scenes here, what we do is that we actually retrieve all the information from your PDF, and the AI would actually intelligently retrieve certain parts or maybe the entire part of the PDF and to answer your specific request. So in this case, you can see that it's fetched the content from our entire source. And now it tells me what the overall biological molecules chapter that I've uploaded into Memo. And what's very amazing here is that I could actually see, for example, here we're talking about cholesterol. I could actually see that it's coming from page 3, and boom, in page 3 we have cholesterol. So it's actually cited its sources of everything that I spitted out. So you can always verify where it came from, and it's nothing like ChatGPT where it just hallucinates from its own knowledge that might be completely wrong. So this is one of the key features. You could always ask questions about it, and it will answer from your source. Perhaps maybe I want to ask, what is the structure of DNA? And in this case, that it will, again, retrieve context intelligently. And as you can see, it told me from page 18, there you go, the DNA double helix structure, where the sugar and phosphate form the backbone on the outside of the helix, etc. Very, very awesome. Now, there are a lot of presets that we have actually predetermined in here that allows you to make some really powerful workflows. Maybe I want to make flashcards on this DNA. All right, so what I do is just make flashcards about this. Memo AI will intelligently know and decide to do stuff automatically for you. In this case, it generated these cards that is about the DNA. So we can see we have a structure of DNA and what is the significance of the anti-parallel position. And both of these are extracted from page 18. This is such a powerful workflow, and we could always start and add this individual card to deck, and it'll automatically pop up in here, including the relevant sources. So I could always add all to deck to make it such that all these cards are added. Yep, and then what's cool is because there are these sources already linked to page 18, when I review either in Learn or Flashcards mode, I would be able to see the image reference at the back of the flashcard. This is amazing. And if you want to, for example, look at our presets, you can see there are many of the presets that we have. And these are the presets that are determined by the very famous learning framework, Bloom's taxonomy, where we want to prioritize from recall to understand. And then another step above is apply and analyze. Another step above is evaluate and create. And another step above is connect and master. So all these crucial, from the fundamentals all the way to the top, we're providing these sort of AI presets that you could do. Again, you could also take these as inspiration, and remember, you could always chat about whatever you want from Memo AI. So let's say I just want to create flashcards for the entire deck. What I could ask Memo is just simply create flashcards for this deck. And Memo would intelligently retrieve all of the content, as you can see, from the entire source, and do a generative UI and actually render out these flashcards right in front of you. It's actually mind-blowing. And boom, here are some of the flashcards, as you can see, that actually cover most of my material that I've uploaded regarding biological molecules. Yeah, so it expands from phospholipids, yeah, to cholesterol, to DNA, which is what we have at the end. So this is pretty amazing. And what's really cool here is it also retains these page reference numbers. So as you can see, every single flashcard has its own page number, right? So when I add them all to the deck, you can see that all these cards are now linked to whatever cards there are. As you can see, maybe I want to see what is the significance of protein shape to its function, right? I can also turn on PDF view on the right-hand side, press on page 6, and as you can see here, it tells us about amino acids, building blocks of proteins. It's amazing, yeah? And you can see protein shape here is talked about on this first paragraph. So this is really, really amazing. And when I want to review, all these flashcards, again, will retain that image reference. And you will show that the image reference here and the screenshot will be shown from the PDF itself, dynamically. And if you want to export these flashcards to Anki, you can always go here to the top right corner, press export flashcards and .apkg, and all the image reference files will be automatically included in your Anki file. So you can review that with the screenshot of the PDF from the correct page where the flashcard is sourced from. This is a really, really powerful workflow that I think a lot of you guys can utilize. And if you want the old workflow of doing this all automatically for you for every single page and create detailed a ton of cards from every single page, the option is always still there when you want to press create with AI, and here are all the options that we had originally. So flashcards, and I could press standard or standard detailed mode and go through complete coverage. And when you press generate, it'll go through the steps, the agentic steps to go through these flashcards. And behind the scenes, Memo will go through page by page and then produce a ton of flashcards for you. But I believe this here, the Copilot, is amazing new workflow that everyone can do if you're not quite sort of satisfied with the original Create with AI button. Here, we could actually sort of review material specifically, and perhaps I just don't want flashcards for everything in the material. Maybe I just want flashcards for page 10. So what I can do is just ask create flashcards only for page 10. Yep. And perhaps what I notice is that, do I already have flashcards for page 10? Actually, no. But perhaps maybe I don't have. What I can do is create flashcards for page 10. Can you also please check if I already have flashcards about page 10? Yeah, so this is actually pretty dang complex query, because not only it has to create flashcards, right, but also needs to fetch content from page 10, but also make those flashcards. Yeah, so as you can see here behind the scenes, it's doing multi-steps automatic for you. This is dang amazing. So first of all, it fetched content from page 10 for me. It fetched created flashcards from my deck, and actually fetched the content here for me automatically. It tells me that I don't have any flashcards about page 10. And it then creates flashcards that I haven't made on this case. Very, very sick. So as you can see, we have bovine serum insulin, which is on about this diagram. Yep. Amazing. And all these flashcards are about page 10. So then I could just principally add all to deck. And all these cards, if I sort by page number, you'll see that all the page 10 cards now are added straight into here. This is a really, really powerful workflow, and I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this. So always, there's tons of options that you guys can explore, and what's very cool here is that perhaps I want to go through a diagram with all the amino acids. I could simply press create a table flashcard, right? And the create table flashcard is that what you'll notice is that the back of the flashcard actually supports Markdown, so that we can render beautiful tables automatically for you now. And as you can see, not only the answer showing the table, but also the flashcard could show these amazing, beautiful tables. And we could always add this table to the deck. And now in our flashcard view, we also support Markdown, and you could always edit them in our Notion block editor. So this is something that we've also added in this update. I want to showcase some of the really cool prompts that we also have. For example, explain relationship between multiple pages. So Memo will actually retrieve those pages you specified automatically for you. You could always ask Memo to also explain this page. I don't know sort of which page you are on currently for the PDF viewer. Maybe I want to add more like scenario-based flashcards. I could always create if-then scenario flashcards to practice application. That's also very, very fascinating. So let's just make it run, and then this will create sort of more high-level order questions for me, so that after practice all the fundamental knowledge-based questions, I could apply these knowledge into these type of questions, right? So the protein's denature, what happens to its function? If a change occurs in nucleotide sequencing gene, what might happen to protein encode? So these are more sort of higher level questions that I need to actually know the fundamental theory first, and then apply it to these type of questions. So the possibilities are infinite, and you could always fine-tune, tweak the type of questions that you want by simply chatting with Memo AI. And I'm very excited for you guys to try it out and tell us some feedback.